noticed an interesting issue with my setup and the airbrush.
Oh.
So, every time I use the airbrush and the
Mm.
airbrush either kicks in or stops, my camera
Mm.
turns off.
Yeah.
I had it happen
Yeah.
with my monitors before, but
Yeah, it's happened with my monitors as well.
I changed it into a different plug, and I guess it's the plug that my camera's plugged into. So every time I use the airbrush, my camera's gonna turn off.
Mm.
So that's great. But you know, I've prepped my Helldrake as well. So
No.
um, if airbrushing ends up only taking like 30 minutes, I'm gonna build my Helldrake
Mm.
because I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Hello, Bashimi. Yeah, be prepared, Bashimi. My camera is gonna turn off every time I use the airbrush, just to emphasize the point. Oh, I didn't do it that time. That time it did. Yay. Weirdly, so the airbrush is running right now,
I can hear it.
and it's not. It seems to only do it when the airbrush stops.
Mm.
That's weird. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, airbrushing today. And for a couple bits where I'm worried about, overspray hitting parts of the model I'm not intending to, I'm going to use the quick start guide from the airbrush as like a little splash guard, like that.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I've not used the airbrush for glow before, so this is going to be my first time doing this. Good news is the south of France is not hell anymore, so you have all your brain tonight. Nice. Meanwhile, in the UK, we've got just an eruption of far-right protests all over the country. Did you see the one in Brighton?
No, I've not. I heard snippets about something that happened with it in Brighton.
Yeah, there were like 10 people that were protesting versus like 2,000 counter-protesters. About what? Far-right conspiracies and AI images.
Oh, I didn't know the AI stuff involved.
Yeah. No, the whole foundation of the entire protest is founded on bullshit.
I thought it was based on the stabbing that happened.
It was, yeah, and they made stuff up about it.
Oh.
So basically, were there 3 girls that were stabbed?
I think so.
A horrible tragedy, like genuinely awful. Yeah. And basically, far-right conspiracy theorists hijacked it, made up a load of stuff about immigrants, made up AI images, and it started like tons of protests across the country from a group called the EDL, or the English Defence
League.
Which, God, I hate it. But yeah, the whole entire thing that has erupted all of these protests all over the country is founded on nothing but lies and made up bullshit. So, yay. But then again, isn't that all far-right conspiracies and protests? Let's put on some music, which I forgot to do. Anyway, classic Blue the Nerd live stream opening with heavy politics. I have no idea if this camera angle is good, by the way, because I've not had to film airbrushing yet. It feels quite far away, but also it's actually only like that far. And I don't want to put it much closer at risk of spraying my phone with an airbrush. Glad to see everyone deals with the same level of insanity from the far right. Yeah. The far right is everywhere. In England, they are gammon.
Oh.
There's my cider. Open. But yeah, so like, all kinds of stuff was looted and destroyed in these protests. Libraries, they attacked a hospital that was holding immigrants. Probably the wrong term. Housing immigrants.
Hmm.
These are the same kinds of people that I guess voted for. Not, I was going to say UKIP. It's not called UKIP anymore. For Reform UK.
That's it.
Which sounds a lot more progressive than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, how's that? Is that a better angle? You know what? It'll bloody do. Are we going to be able to see if I'm like, ooh, boopy boopy boo? Now, a lot of people when they airbrush, they wear gloves. Not me. I'm a
We
lunatic.
don't need that. Who needs gloves?
And the classic fuck white paint. I'm using white ink.
Down with white.
Damn. Time to start protesting or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good time for the stream time to paint. Yeah. I completely misread that image. I apologize. I really butchered, not image, sentence. God, what is happening? A very good time, a very good start for the stream time to paint. Jesus, can I read? Oh, I finished painting all of the boys that I was painting on stream, by the way. You'll see them in a bit. Because I can't imagine it's going to take very long for me to paint this guy. Also, I'm going to be doing his mouth. His mouth and eyes. Right, let's put some paint in. Nice nails, thank you. They're really chipped. Let's put some white in my airbrush. Shall we?
No.
Oh. Stream over.
In stream.
Right, I'm going to start with small bits. So that I don't waste any, I'm just going to add a few drops at a time. Right, give it a little test. Can we see that on camera? Yeah. Good. Good to know that when I changed the needle size, I did it correctly. Right.
Right.
Wow, this is harder than I thought it would be. People on the internet make this look easy. Webcam going through it. Yeah, I said it would. Oh, it's almost like this is a method of art that requires practice.
Nah. I
thought that doing a base coat of a single color on the body of this guy would be enough practice. It also doesn't help that white is a really hard color to see.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much of my stone texturing this was gonna cover up. But you know, I'm sure it will look great once the glow's on there. I need to realize that the distance of the airbrush very much matters for the size of the spray.
Yeah.
Oh, are we out of paint? No. Pretty much. it's not. I mean, it's not looking terrible. It's not looking good, but it's not looking terrible. I may increase the pressure very slightly. How much did I increase it by? Like the tiniest bit. Okay. Whee. I feel like this would possibly be a bit easier if I wasn't having to contend with a camera at the same time. Oh, there's still white in there. I can keep that going. Could have been worse. It could have. It could have been a lot worse. God, my shaky ass hands. The other thing is, it's bound to look a bit weird when it's just white. Like, once I've got the red on there for the glow, and then I do the orange and yellows for the actual magma, it's going to look a lot better. Right, let's get a splash guard in here, shall we? I watched a video of a guy doing this for a plasma gun on a Space Marine, and he made it look so easy. He was like so precise, got like all the sizes and like powers and everything perfect. I sprayed the actual paint out a bit hard that time. I ended up getting the like streamers. The streamers, bloody PewDiePie.
You're a streamer.
Oh my god. No, say it ain't so.
Unfortunately, it is so.
Oh fuck. I think I need to adjust.
To being a streamer?
Yeah. No, I need to adjust the needle size, I think. Oh, that could have gone horribly wrong. I need to adjust how deep the needle is, because it seems to like not spray anything and then randomly spray like, I think it is just possibly running out now. No, it looks like there's loads in there. Now the problem is I don't think I can really adjust the strength of the needle. Maybe I can. I don't know if I can do that while the stuff in. Let's try again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of did just spit paint there. It's being quite inconsistent.
Hmm.
Which is not ideal. Ah, see, yeah. I've opened it up, and if you look inside, if the camera will focus, you can see air bubbles coming up, which means that the nozzle is blocked, which probably means I put the needle in too tight. Let's see if I can repair this while there's paint inside. I think I literally just need to, like, beep, loosen that a smidgen. Hopefully that'll be enough. It was not. Why do I always have problems? Let's see if that was enough. Ha ha ha! Yeah, right now I need to turn the air pressure down a bit. Ew. Tiny bit more. It's coming out really grainy now. I don't know why. Maybe the air pressure's too high now? Well, let's just give it a go. Let's give it a go and see. Would it be a Blue the Nerd stream without problems? Absolutely not. You know what? It's good enough.
It will do.
You know, that side actually looks better than that side, I think. Right, now we try the scariest part, which is the mouth. The face of the guy. I am going to turn the power down for this, actually. Because full power is going to be too high regardless. The heck? I turned it down and it's gotten... It's now spraying even when I'm not pulling back on the lever. It's just doing that now. It's coming out really grainy again. The fuck? I don't understand. I probably need to, like, fully take out the needle and clean it or something. Try again with the needle adjusted. Once more. Oi. Stop biting. Why is it coming out? It shouldn't be coming out now. Let's try. And hope I don't ruin the whole model. It's really just spitting it out really grainy, which is not ideal. What if I try... What did I do with it? Where the fuck? Is it just perfectly behind this box? Yeah. I'm gonna try and add a tiny bit of airbrush thinner. See if that's the problem. We've mixed some airbrush thinner in, just a few drops, and it's still coming out grainy as fuck. I don't know why it's so inconsistent, like it's not always grainy, it randomly becomes grainy. Should the power be higher? I don't know. Okay, I turned the power up and it's less grainy. Maybe the power was too low. Nah, see that? Just like... You know... Maybe that'll do. Once the red's on there, it'll look like that's glowing. Fine. The problem is the air pressure's too high, so it's just like streaking the paint. But if it's too low, it comes out grainy. Right, anyway, let's try a plasma blast, shall we? Using some type of tool on a project for the first time always comes up with the existential fear of what if I fuck it up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, nothing was coming out and then it just sprayed out. That's awful. Why? Why did you do this? Well, that's shockingly bad. Hopefully I can fix that by adding red. Okay, higher air pressure was definitely not the solution. That's too low, however. Maybe more thinner. Maybe it is still just too thick. Or maybe it's actually too thin and I'm making this even worse. How is it I made the paint thinner and now less is coming out? How does that make any sense? Ah. Like, look. Oh, something's coming out now. It caused the paint to fucking streak. It was going okay. And then the paint streaked. It blew the paint with the air. Which would imply that the air pressure's too high. These minis I spent so long painting, I don't want to just fucking ruin the things. I loosened the needle and now nothing's coming out. That's the opposite of what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I've had kind of similar problems with my airbrush, but I thought it was just because I'm a fucking idiot and like didn't clean it properly the first time. And
no, it's just one of those things, and like juggling. You have to juggle the air pressure, the needle size, the thickness of the paint you're using. Now it's just spraying without me pulling back on the lever, but I'm just going to live with that because that's easier than it not spraying at all. Because it's only spraying a very light amount. That guy doesn't have any plasma burns. I have a feeling me thinning the paint probably actually made it worse. Oh, actually, before I move on, do I want to do this guy's plasma pistol? See, nothing was coming out, and then stuff started coming out, and now it won't stop coming out. I don't know what colour I want to make his plasma pistol glow. But I'll decide on that later. Maybe I'll go for like orange plasma with these guys or something. That could be cool. Who the heck knows? Certainly not me. We're half an hour in and we're not done, but we are getting through these minis. At least the white fairly fast. Now, Plasma glow on pistols, plasma pistols that are currently not equipped? I feel like no. I feel like it would be...
Yeah, I feel like that.
Irresponsible to have a plasma pistol that you're not currently using turned on. It's splotched again on that spot, but I will fucking live with it. Does he have any other plasma burns anywhere, or is that the only one? That's the only one. Gonna quickly, I was like, I've got this guy here because I was like, you know, if the plasma, if the like, the glows on those guys ends up looking cooler than on this guy, then I'll redo the glow on this guy. And now I'm like, maybe I was a bit optimistic there. Okay, that one's not too bad. That actually looks more intense on camera than it does IRL, but that one's not too bad. Once that one's got a red glow on it, and then I add the like oranges and yellows of the kind of molten like metal and rock, that helmet will actually look decent. As long as I don't screw up the red. Of course. That one, not great, but fuck it. Fuck it. I definitely think that something's off with my ratio somewhere. But it is what it is. That guy I don't think has any plasma burns. Ooh, I dropped him. Don't want to do that. Well, that's actually all of them. So now I guess we wash out the white. Ooh. To do that, I've got my paint pot. And I have a jug of water. So I pour the water in the airbrush and I give it a spray. That's just throwing stuff up, like fog up into my room. Pour all of that out. Add some more water. If I was a professional, I would have bought airbrush cleaner. But I was like, I can just use water. Maybe that's what my problem is. Almost clean. You like put some water in there, you block the end, and then you push so it all bubbles up. And then you pour it out, and then you do that, and you repeat until the water stays clear. Oh, it's a little bit cloudy still. Not quite. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do it till it's clear, and then probably do like one more just to make sure. And then I'm taking the thing apart to figure out what went wrong. Right, one more. Lots of water to drown your problems. No, that's why I've got alcohol. I slightly overfilled that, so that's going to bubble over. Giant bubble. Woo. Done. I'll just spray that until all the water is gone. There we go. You can usually fix things with enough water, and if it doesn't work, just drown it. Problem solved either way. That's how I parent. I also love whenever you watch a YouTuber that's doing like an airbrush tutorial, they've always got like black paper down on their table to make it all aesthetic, and I've just got a fucking cardboard box. Right, I need some tissue to wipe off this goddamn needle. This is why you don't share needles, kids. Yeah, there was a bit more water in there. This is how an airbrush works. It's so small the camera doesn't want to focus on it. This tiny ass little needle. This is how an airbrush both works and doesn't work. There shouldn't be anything
wrong. How an airbrush works and breaks.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything wrong with this needle because it's my first time using it. Because when I airbrushed the main model, I used a bigger one. So like there shouldn't be any blunting issues or like any issues with the needle itself, really. Got known for that. I now know why professional airbrushers, when they have a studio, you see they've got like 4 different actual gun heads with the needles already in, and they just swap out the whole gun instead of the needle. Right, with that needle like cleaned off and put back in, if I add a bit of water, in theory, it should only spray when I want it to spray. Well, I want it to spray and it's not spraying. And then as soon as it starts, it doesn't stop. Okay, well now it's working. So like, if it could continue working, that would be ideal. Now it's working great. How did you just now get the sharing needles joke? And a bonus is that my discarded water pot just looks like I've got a pot of milk.
Tasty.
Nom nom, that's for after the stream. Slurp slurp. So yeah, I'm gonna need to practice airbrushing a lot more, huh? The problem is, models are expensive. So like, how do you get models to practice on without just ruining models that you actually genuinely want? You know? I need to get my 3D printer working so I can just bulk print like
I was gonna say
a really basic model. Right, let's actually sort out which of these models don't have plasma burns so that I don't have to keep going through them every time. You don't. I think you do, you do. You do. You don't. Hoodoo. Voodoo. You remind me of the man. It never actually like kind of gave a look of what these models look like now, by the way. Not that you can really see them because the lighting in here is really bad. Oh, Artemis, don't climb there. If I try and move everything back a bit, then I'll move that. It's still just really dark. The solution there is to adjust the camera, I guess. Is that bright enough to see anything now? Still not really. I mean, it is when it's all the way over here. This is very epic music. Well, when the consistency is water, it sprays when I want it to, how I want it to. So all I have to do is thin out my paint enough that it's the consistency of water. A flawless strategy. Right. I'm not actually going to do that. I need a paintbrush to mix. But again, I'm not going to do too much because I always find that I need a lot less paint than I think I do. This is the scary part because white you can cover up with any colour, but a fluorescent red is going to be quite hard to cover up should this go horribly wrong. So let's hope it doesn't. And if it does, we blame the French.
That's right, but Jimmy, it's all your fault.
Do I want to do this, or should I just mix it directly in the airbrush? Because I find if you mix it in a pot, you waste some, because it's in the pot. Oh, that shot out a lot faster than I intended. I was expecting big, thick drops of paint. This paint is a bit thinner than I was expecting. Which might mean... Ooh, accidentally pressed the airbrush. Don't do that. I have a feeling that's apparently mixed with water. It's coming out quite pink. Okay, now that there's no water mixed into that. That does want thinning down just a little bit. It's coming out just a little bit too slow. A lot more pink than I thought it'd be. Yeah, it's a lot more pink than I thought it would be as well. Which we shall see. Because I have used this paint before, because I used it on the base of this guy. I'm wondering if there was still a bit of white ink in there that it mixed with that's made it pink. I'm gonna guess that's exactly what's happened, because it's very pink in there. honest, I think I watered it down too much. I'm having a really bad time with this. I'm not doing very good at all. This is harder than I expected. The milk is now pink.
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk. Or just blood. A drop of blood in my glass of milk. Sadly, this has meant that I wasted some red. But that can't really be helped because it has come out really bright pink, which it definitely shouldn't be. Shall we try and brush a little bit of the paint onto some white that's on this cardboard? Just to see how it should in fact look. Just to make sure. It is really liquidy. It is game colour. Because the orange and red are game colour, and the yellow is model colour. But the yellow is really glossy, and the red isn't. The red and the orange aren't. But I have painted with these and it was fine. So I genuinely don't have a Scooby. Let's just move this up. Right. So if I just like drop out a dab there. A dab. I was gonna dab, and I decided against it.
Do it.
No.
Damn, you're boring.
No, you. Okay, it is quite pink when it's light. When it's like a light coat. Okay, so what if I did a coat of the red, the fluo red, and then did a coat of orange on top of the red? That might work. I'm surprised at how pink the red is, though. They did send me red, right? Yeah, fluorescent red. Like, it's not like magenta. Concerning. The color mess is getting more and more confusing. What color mess? I now can't get this straight. That'll bloody do. I don't care. I'm really warm. Why am I so warm?
Who knows?
This makes me slightly concerned about using this red for actual fire in the future as well, because that's literally what it was intended for.
Mm.
It's magenta. It looks magenta, right? But it shouldn't be. And like a tutorial I watched for fire, he used these paints. Magenta's good if you have other primary colours, but if you don't, it ain't red. I mean, I've got orange. I've got yellow. I'm going to try doing a coat of the red and then a coat of the orange on top of the red and see how that looks. Just do a few drops. I do need to thin it out a tiny weeny bit. But we're talking like 2 drops. Well, let's just go ahead and try it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh, God. It was so close to working and then randomly just made a ring. I also realized I don't think I did any of that on camera.
I ruined it, and not even for the content. Sad.
I think the air pressure's too high now. Why is this so difficult? I think part of the problem is my technique, right? I think I take too long spraying an area. I do like a light spray and build it up rather than doing a quick spray. So the light spray builds it up and then blows the paint away, because I don't have the confidence to do like a quick, accurate spray yet. Does this guy just not have a plasma burn on him? Why did I not put this guy in the other pile? That one's not too bad. You really can't see it very well on camera, which is annoying. Like when I bring it up to the camera. Maybe you can want to bring it up to the camera. That one's not the worst. That one's alright. And when I add orange, it should make it look a bit more fiery. Ruin this one, because this was one where it actually went good to begin with. Fucking ruined it. It did the streaks. It almost was good. It was almost good, but it streaked in a couple spots. One more adjustment attempt. Turn the air pressure down, move the needle back. Can I get it to not streak? Yes, the you know what, good enough mantra works wonders. Yeah, that's how I run my whole channel. Oh, I forgot to do white glow on this guy's plasma gun. Whoops. Well, I guess I'll find out what happens if I do some glowing without the white first. Probably won't look good. That one's not bad. That one went okay. It's really pink, though. Like, fluorescent red my ass. What if I just spray on top of the fluorescent pink I did earlier? Still pink. This ain't red. It streaked. It was going really well. Again, good enough. It'll do. This is another guy that doesn't have a plasma burn. I thought I removed all of the ones that don't. I guess I didn't. I'm just dumb. It's giving Barbie going to Space War. Yeah, I mean, if you look up the Hello Kitty Space Marines... This was not gone the way I thought this was gonna go, I won't lie. I thought I was just gonna be good at this, like, immediately. Has that been your experience with
oh yeah, pretty
airbrushing
much
as well? Thinking you're gonna just be great and then Very
Oh
much
yeah,
not.
thinking, oh yeah, this seems like it's going to be super intuitive and I'm going to be able to pick it up right away. No.
Why is it so hard? You're just laughing at the noise.
Yeah.
This should be the last wash I need. I'll try with orange, not watering it down at all, and maybe just turning the power up? God, I don't know. I've got it turned down, like, so much lower than everything online recommended you having it. And it still seems too high. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, it's me that is doing something wrong, for sure. Like, I don't blame the airbrush. I really need someone who knows what they're doing to, like, physically show me in person what I'm doing wrong. And just be like, here's all the reasons why you're an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. I do love that my camera turns off every time I use this. So the yellow paint is also so much thicker than the red and orange, which is weird. Maybe my mistake was getting game color and I should have got model color. I don't know. But then it's so shiny. I just don't know why it's so pink. When I do actual fire with this on the Helldrake that I'm gonna do, I might have it go like yellow, orange, fluorescent red, non-fluorescent red into smoke. And I feel like the non-fluorescent red darkening it down should like help in that gradient. I hope.
In theory.
Who knows? For paint that isn't meant to be airbrush paint though, it is really liquidy. Nothing on this about like the reason you're an idiot. If only it were that simple. Oh god, I forgot the site I forgot the main model I was doing this for. I've cleaned the thing. No. Wasted more red. Shouldn't have skipped the tutorial. What tutorial? I watched multiple airbrushing tutorials. I mean, I skipped the life tutorial on how to not be an idiot. Is that the tutorial you mean?
Problem. Yeah. Therein lies your problem.
Right now, that's not paint. That's not paint coming out. Am I Boo Boo the Fool?
Tool.
Maybe that's far enough back for the needle. Well, now it's coming out. It's just coming out. It's too far back. How about that? Okay, that's good. That's a good level. Now watch it immediately change as soon as I actually start spraying the model I want to spray. I skipped the int leveling tutorial. I did. I'm sorry. I've let you down. That has gone so much better than the plasma burns. Okay, apart from that bit, we don't talk about that bit. Right, I need to do the handle of the scythe, so I need to do this so that I don't spray his wings. Okay, so the trick is speed. The trick is be faster and stop being a coward.
Hmm.
And also maybe like a little bit of distance.
Hmm. I think it might have been a video I watched on like that someone did like altering anime models and stuff like that, anime figures and painting on them.
Yeah.
And a tip that they gave was like, just go for it. Don't be like worried. Don't be like, yeah, just go for it instead of being cautious.
I was expecting it to be a bit more like, you know, painting models in Blender. But in that, I have an undo button. Okay, that actually not the worst. Annoyingly, there's a tiny amount of paint left in the pot that won't go down into the hole, so I'm gonna have to add a tiny bit extra paint for the face. Because it's just sat in the pot and won't go down into the hole. Surface tension and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Right, now is the most stressful part. That was the really stressful part. This is the most stressful part. Try and pop the bubbles that are in there. The most stressful part, which is the face. Those bubbles in there really don't want to pop. Right. This is the scary part. It's so pink. I mean, that worked really well. It looks like a lightsaber. It looks like his mouth is a pink lightsaber. Like, that worked. But why is it so pink? See, okay, it's building up more red there. It just has to be quite thick. Okay, now that the scythe has dried...
Right, in the cracks it is looking more red, yeah.
The scythe, it's still bright pink, don't get me right, but now that it's dried, it's not looking bad. I was worried about getting his wings, but actually if I did get the wings, that's just glow. That's how light works. Is it out? Yeah, it's out of paint. Okay, I need to add more, because I am going to do a second coat on his scythe to make it more red. Because that is working. Oh, I got paint on myself. Because that is actually working. Like, I'm going to add the orange, because I think the orange is going to make it, like, actually pop as more of a red. I watched a video of a person doing cosplay props with an airbrush, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
And again, they made it look so easy as they just ran over it and like...
I'm gonna have to whip out my airbrush for cosplay soon, because
nice.
all my fabric and stuff for the rest of my Bari cosplays arrived.
Nice.
So I got to get to work on like weathering all of that, and I need to get myself a mask.
Hell
like,
yeah.
The main thing of the character I still haven't actually got.
The mask.
The mask of White Mask Bari.
I think you should get a red mask.
And
he should be red mask Vari.
His brother.
Yeah, and then I will do blue mask Vari.
Shit, you right.
His face does look goofy. Like, you are absolutely right. It will come together, I promise.
Red Mask Bari be like, you have a maiden.
Red Mask Vari be like, congratulations on the engagement. Right, so Pink Demon is done. I'm just going to leave him as that. I think that's it, you know?
Demon. Yeah, perfect.
Pink Demon.
That's what I call my penis.
Stop it. I might have to go get more water. I've gotten through a lot more water than I thought I would. I have to start cleaning my airbrush with cider.
Yo. The alcohol is sterilizing.
Yeah,
that's how
maybe
that
that's
works,
what
right?
it needs. I've also... The airbrush comes with like a little lid for the pot, and I started using it, and now I'm just not using it. Every time I've watched a tutorial, they never have the lid on. I'm guessing they've just like lost them. I guess it's like spill prevention more than anything.
Yeah.
The little hat for your water gun. Balrog at home trying to outslay Gandalf with that pink. Trust the process moment. Yeah, genuinely. And the trust the process moment is also me absolutely like praying. Like, because me assuring you that it's gonna work is also me absolutely trying to assure myself that it's going to work. This red really doesn't want to wash out this time. Once we've done the airbrushing, I will actually have to start painting with a paintbrush.
Imagine doing that.
Yeah, imagine using a paintbrush in this day and age. I saw memes about airbrushing. The Instagram started showing me I get a lot of Warhammer memes recommended to me, and it was like me being confident and satisfied with my painting ability, and then it was like airbrushing, and it was just like terror, sheer terror. And I was like, yeah, that's a mood. Literally me. Well, we've already taken over an hour, so this has taken longer than I thought it would. Most of it's just been troubleshooting, I think. I foolishly thought that this was just going to be done. That it was going to be easy, it was going to be done, and then I'd have to do other things. I didn't think that I would encounter so many issues. Like a fool.
A fool.
Like the silly twat that I am.
More language.
Oh, in other news, my GP's finally agreed to do shared care with my ADHD medication, so I can get my ADHD medication again, which I haven't had for like 2 months. I have to readjust to being on it again. Do you think this would work? Do you think this...
Yes, absolutely. Why would it not?
You just airbrush paper, forehead.
You want that nice paper texture?
Exactly. That's how you achieve grain.
I mean, it sounded like you were doing that anyway without... I'm trying.
Honestly. Ugh. Slurp. Right. Is it orange time?
Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time.
Tomba time?
Tonga time.
Tonga time?
Yeah.
Thomas the Tonga?
Yeah.
Thomas the Tonga engine? I'm just saying words.
You are just saying words. But isn't that what everyone does anyway? Just say words.
Well, deep.
Deep as shit, I know.
Yeah,
I'm 24 and this is deep.
But Shimmy, in this can, it's not actually cider, it's just more of that milky paint water. I am clearly not... This would be going a lot better if I had consumed more alcohol, I think.
Oh, of course, naturally.
The fluorescent colours look really vivid in real life, but they somehow look more vivid on camera. So that's interesting. Just really, really vividly hot pink. Which, you know, it's not the vibe I was going for, but it's the vibe I've got. So we just have to live with that. Right, how does the orange look when that actually comes out? If that actually comes out. See, there we go. It's coming out real slow though.
Oh, give it time to come out. It's got to be comfortable.
Right. Probably good enough. Let's try. Maybe your hands get less shaky the more alcohol you consume. Absolutely. Oh, that's the stuff.
That's that good shit.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's not red, it is very much just orange now. But that looks better. That's more like what I was actually trying to achieve in the first place, you know? He is no longer slaying, though. You are right, Bashimi.
He's now slaying in the initial way.
Yeah. Now he will actually just kill you. I mean, this fluorescent stuff isn't great, though. Like, this dude looks like it's fucking glowing. I mean, I really need to find my UV light so I can see what this stuff looks like when it actually fluoresces. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking about if I had loads of dudes with, like, plasma guns done with the fluorescent paint and lava and all that kind of thing, and then I had, like, one of those black lights you can't see but still fluoresces stuff, and I had that, like, along the top of the shelf, so all the models were just, like, actually glowing. That would look so cool. Right, let's do his silly little pink face. Okay, it's a little bit thick on the face, but when it dries, I mean, the way that it's highlighted, like his cheekbones and stuff, genuinely makes that look like it's glowing. I'm actually very happy with that. I just need to let it dry a bit, because he's got a really goopy face right now. Like, in trying to make everything else glow, it really caked it onto his face. But now that the scythe's dry, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's glowing IRL. He no longer a Balrog girl in a Balrog world. He could be a Balrog girl, you don't know. Right, let's make this pink on the Space Marines no longer pink. Wow, that already looks better. Who knew? See, I think I'm getting the technique now, and I've gotten the thickness and, like, pressure and everything on the airbrush honed in a bit better. But, you know, it's very much, it's not red. It is just orange. My ankle is currently being attacked by my cat. Oh, wait. The slight bleed of me doing it onto his jetpack actually looks so good. And on his helmet as well. I've, like, unintentionally done really good point lighting there. Because that's what the tutorial I watched was actually on. It was on point lighting. Or at least one of them was. Because yeah, in that tutorial, he was basically like, yeah, don't worry if you accidentally spray onto other parts of the Mini, because it will probably look like it's supposed to be there. Am I out of paint right now? No paint is coming out again. It's because it's no longer July. Wait. July's not Pride Month, that's June. And I call myself a queer. Oh, or you know, it's just decided it's not coming out anymore? Why? It was going so well. It's because I dared to make a comment about it working, isn't it?
Oh, God.
My hubris.
Your hubris.
Please.
Hello.
Okay, right. What if I just increase the power? Unlimited power. Is there just like not actually any paint in there? I added paint. Where has it all gone? Who's asking someone what is she doing right now? Increase the power. Oi. I'm wondering if there's bubbles in there that are nice shot of the Mini. I'm not even painting the Mini right now. If you want a shot of the Mini, I'm just trying to get paint to come out. It's not even bubbling like when I block it. Well, that's definitely too loose. But apparently, I fixed it. So I think it's too loose because I turned the power up.
Yeah.
Well, I've got like 3 minis to go. Let's see if I can make this work. I definitely need to turn the power down. It's a bit much. Oh, I'm so fucking warm now. Stream is doing numbers on your brain. What is going on? It's too much, Bushimi. So much has happened. So much has gone on. We've made so much progress. I've painted like 3 models. I've not finished any. That one's pretty good. That one gets a thumbs up from me. We got 1 more to go, and then I'm done with the airbrush.
Then And then we can be spared from whatever the camera's doing as well.
Okay, that one was a bit too much. But we live with it. We live with it. You live and let die. Viva la vida.
Living the vida
Living la
loca.
vida loca. Viva Pinata.
Bless you.
Do you use water to clean your airbrush, or do you have actual airbrush cleaner?
Oh, I use water.
Ah, nice. Good to know it's not just me. I love differing opinions on stuff like this as well. Like, you watch one video about thinning down paints and stuff, and they talk about using paint thinning mediums. Like the one I've got is the Vallejo one, like the airbrush thinner and stuff. And then I watch a different video on a tutorial where a guy's like, I just thin my paints down with distilled water. I find that works best. And I'm like, well, damn, now I don't know what to think. Is Big Airbrush Thinner lying to me?
Oh, apparently airbrush cleaner sucks.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say Blaine uses airbrush in college within their makeup course sometimes.
Ah. Well, I wish Blaine had been here sooner. You could have told me what I've been doing wrong this whole time, because this stream has been a shit show. You've arrived at the end of the airbrushing. I'm just cleaning my airbrush out now. Because I would have assumed that airbrush cleaner would actually like break down the acrylic paint and would help you clean it out better than just water would. You've been here like 5 minutes silently. Have you seen any of the shit show? It's not a shit show if it's on brand.
It can be both. It's the on brand shit show. The patented Blue the Nerd shit show.
Yeah. Right, now I just empty it out with the rest of the water. Cool, right. Airbrush has been cleaned.
Woo.
Man. I'm gonna go dump out this water so that I have like an actual like pot of water I can use, and then we'll start brushing. But the airbrush is off.
Woo.
The actual lavery effects shouldn't take too long, so we may still end up building Helldrake. We shall find out. The one thing I've got to remember when building the Helldrake is to not put it on a base. It's not all about that base.
It's not, because that song is garbage.
Yeah. Hot trash. Has Meghan Trainor released a single good song?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. She's also the criminal that released that fucking Gucci Made You Look song.
Oh, she is, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. Which I also despise with a passion. You like some of her songs? Incorrect. Wrong answer.
Baby, you just gave the wrong answer.
Where did I put the
And now we're getting divorced.
Damn. Right, I will be right back. I'm gonna go wash out my Forbidden Milk.
Yeah, it's that bad an opinion.
Ooh. I return.
They return.
Whew. Goodbye, Forbidden Milk. You were perfection. Yeah. I chugged it. Down in one.
Not even on the stream.
No. Too hot for Twitch.
Depriving us of that good content.
Too hot for Twitch, George. Forbidden Milk is for me and me only. What now? Now, Bashimi, we fight.
Damn.
I shall be leading the crusade against the French.
And Meghan Trainor.
And Meghan Trainor. What's worse, honestly? Where's my water pot? Over there. So, Bashimi, what we do next is indeed kick George's ass.
What?
No, now we make the lava into actual lava and not just an orange glow. And I know that might sound like witchcraft, but you will see that it is. Who the fuck is Meghan Trainor? It's Trainor with an O, and she is using this in the most loose way possible, a musician. And an artist.
Artiste.
She's married to the guy from Spy Kids. Is that meant to be a plus? Which guy from Spy Kids?
Spy Kids, babe.
That one guy.
The guy?
that one guy that played that one character?
No, there's a character in Spy Kids called The Guy. It's played by,
Oh, is that actually a character?
Elijah Wood.
Wait, Meghan Trainor's married to Elijah Wood?
I don't think...
Is that the guy we're talking about? Hold on. I'm going to Google.
So there is... I think... Elijah Wood plays the guy from, like, Spy Kids 3, but I don't think it...
No, she's married to Daryl Sabara. Who I'm guessing was one of the kids.
I guess so.
He was in Spy Kids, Junie Cortez. Good, because my estimations of Elijah Wood were going to drop severely. Okay, it's some ginger kid with curly hair. I'm glad. I was very concerned for Elijah. Oh, it's the kid with the glasses on the glasses on the glasses.
Oh.
You know that meme?
I don't remember it.
Ah, do I still have the GIF saved?
Oh, that one, yeah.
I've got a fucking Made You Look stuck in my head now, and I hate that song so much. My mum likes that song. I was like, what? Who are you? We are not related anymore. This is why I moved 3.5 hours away. Made it this far into the stream and I haven't finished my cider yet.
Damn. Here, I thought you were an alcoholic.
I know, I'm losing my alcoholic card.
Lost your touch, dude.
Next, you're gonna catch me drinking, like, alcohol-free beer.
I have, before.
You gave it to me, in fact.
I did, yes.
How could you? You started this.
You made me what I am.
This whole stream is your fault. Insert gif of Anakin screaming, I hate you!
What have I done?
Right, now, is this orange going to look any different on top of the orange that's already there? It's seeming like no, so I may just have to go straight into using yellow. To be fair, the red, which was meant to be one of the darker colours, ended up being lighter than the orange, so that certainly didn't help. Occasionally beef between music artists comes up on Reddit and I'm just like, wow, I couldn't care about anything less.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, I think Nicki Minaj was beefing with someone.
I know there was like a whole fucking like between two rappers like fairly recently. There was like a whole thing.
Yeah, was it Drake and someone?
Yeah.
Was it Drake and Josh?
I think so.
My favorite Disney TV show. I can't remember who it actually was.
Where's the door hole?
But yeah, Nicki Minaj actually went really deranged. So that was kind of amusing to watch, but also I kind of didn't care. Man, I put so much effort into painting the stone on this scythe, and you cannot see it. Like, there's a couple spots, but most of it's overshadowed by glow. But that's okay. That's just life. If Bob Ross were here, he would make me feel really good about this.
Hmm.
I just need to live my life like, what would Bob do?
What would Bob do?
Instead of, what would Jesus do? I need to live my life like, what would Bob do? Because obviously I live my life like, what would Jesus do a lot.
Of course.
You know me. Big Jesus head.
Massive Jesus guy. If there's one thing I can say about you, big old Jesus guy.
Got a tattoo of him. I won't say where.
I will. I don't want to though, but I would.
Right, orange, all good. There is some bits in his mouth that the orange didn't go, but that's fine. It's really hard to airbrush the inside of someone's mouth. To be fair, I don't need to be that intent about it. Intent? That's not the right word. Content.
Content.
I don't want to be content about anything. Ever again. The glow on his face low-key looks really good though. I said it before, once I start getting the yellows and whites in there for highlights, like... Dude's head's gonna look like it's glowing. I was gonna glow up all of his muscles. I have decided against that. Purely based on my skill alone. Because I would ruin this whole model. And I am not about to do that. Just going by how everything else went. Not gonna do it. And that's okay. It's okay to be a coward.
No one's going to judge you for being a coward, except me. But that's by the by.
But you'd judge me if I wasn't a coward.
I just judge you because it's fun, you know.
Yeah, like either I'm a coward or I'm a fool.
Exactly. Flub's the fool.
Like, do not mistake bravery for idiocy, but also do not mistake intelligence for cowardice.
And overconfidence is a slow but insidious killer. Slow and insidious killer. I think
Insidious was a bad movie. We've been through this. I'm repeating myself now. We've gotten to that level.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. That's the line.
What's that from?
Darkest Dungeon.
Oh. I don't think I've actually played Darkest Dungeon.
I have. It's pretty fun.
I wanted to, and then I forgot about it. This guy, the glow on this guy actually looks pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The way it catches on his bolter and stuff. It's a shame that the bolter is white, because maybe the powered down bolters are white. Maybe. But that looks really good. That looks like, and the way it's catching on his codpiece. Like, he looks like he glowing. This one as well. He looked like he glowing too. Some of these have actually gone pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with the result so far. Can't wait to ruin it somehow. Boop, 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 boop.
There's my phone going boop boop.
No way. I thought it was your vibrator.
Why not both?
Does your vibrator go off whenever you get a text?
No, my phone's my vibrator.
Oh.
That's what I was implying.
I see. You judge every Brit if it makes me feel better? No. That's racism, Bashimi. I can't imagine holding prejudice against another country of people. Bloomin' French. It's always the French.
It's always the French.
What happened 2 days ago? Apparently 2 people followed me 2 days ago. I wasn't streaming and a video didn't come out. I don't understand. Right, it is yellow time. I'll have to do a few coats of this. And then I've also got some matte coat to go over the yellow once I'm done, so that it isn't shiny. Unless the shiny looks good, but I really doubt it.
Nice.
That's right. If you had to have an organ transplant, specifically your penis, and it had to be from an animal, it's all they have.
Duck.
Duck. You want that corkscrew?
Exactly. You didn't even need to finish the question.
You've clearly thought about this.
No, it's just...
This,
I knew where the question was going.
Have you been running around to different body mod shops and being like, right, look, I've got a question and I need you to answer me honestly. Can it be done? Has anywhere said yes yet?
Not yet, but... You know, I'm back. The next place, I reckon.
Holding out hope.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, do.
I'll let you know.
Because I'll be next on their waiting list.
Exactly.
See, now that I'm adding the yellow, it's starting to come together, huh? Huh? You giving up on keeping up with what we're saying? That happens every stream, Bashimi. Do you even try?
Yeah, nothing new there.
The fluorescent yellow paints on really weirdly. It doesn't paint on how you'd expect. It's quite thick, but then it like beads together. It's weird. Me not good at 10 PM, me not very talking. get better.
Forehead.
Skill issue, to be honest. You can really... The lava is starting to come together now. You can also see how much the yellow reflects. I don't know if there's a way to make the yellow a bit more workable. I could try mixing it with airbrush thinner to thin it out a bit. Might give it a bit more stick. Where's this music from? It's very, like, French sounding. It's from, I thought it was, from Slime Rancher.
Oh.
By its French sounding, I mean it has an accordion in it.
Ah.
And that's about it. But the French do love their accordions, don't you, Bushimi?
They do. As we all know.
Kind of like how it's the law for Brits to like tea. It's the law for the French to like accordions. The music is not intense enough. Where are the Hades bangers? They're in there somewhere. Shuffling every day. Every day I'm shuffling.
How's the song go?
Whoa.
I'm gonna get a copyright strike.
Yeah. There was just such a faithful recreation. I remember Just Dance would have some absolute bangers, and then just like songs like that would be on there.
Mm.
What was that artist called? Was it LMFAO?
Yes.
I remember liking their music, and I now can't remember if I actually did or not. And if I still do.
Let's find out. Let's put some on the stream.
Was it Every Day I'm Shuffling that had like the zombie apocalypse? Or was that Party Rockers in the House?
That's the same song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, was it just called Party Rock Anthem? Was that are they both?
Yes.
Didn't they have another song?
Yeah, it's Sexy and I Know It.
Oh god. I'm sexy and I know. I'm pretty sure it's Party Rock Anthem that had the apocalypse video.
Probably.
You eat baguettes like tea, 'tis the natural order. Wait, you eat baguettes like we like tea. 'Tis the natural order.
Shot? What do you mean shots, Bev?
Oh, was that another one of their... Did they do shots, 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 shots?
Oh.
Or is it a different shots song? They did a song called Shots. Whether it's the song I'm thinking of or not, I don't know.
I'm going to assume it's that one.
Everybody! I believe they also had a song called If You Don't Stop Me Right Now, I'm Going to Commit a War Crime.
Whoa.
Pretty sure that was them.
Oh yeah. Blaine just sent me a bit of a track list from Spotify of LMFAO. Not only did they have Party Rock Anthem, but they then later released Sorry for Party Rocking.
Oh yeah. The yellow is very faint. It is, but it's also more visible in real life than it is on camera. But, I mean, doing yellow on top of orange is quite a task anyway. It's also really shiny. Like, so shiny. I don't know how to make this paint less shiny. And more just generally workable. Let's actually try my idea that I had of adding a tiny bit of airbrush thinner. Like one drop. One drop. That was more than one drop. That was a lot more than one drop. We're sorry for body rocking.
That's the one.
Which then had the sequel, Party Rocking Killed My Nan.
Yeah. That one was less popular for some reason.
Yeah. They were related. They were roommates. The drunken type of one drop. One shot of vodka.
Two shots of vodka.
Glug, 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 glug. Ooh, adding a bit of airbrush to that has actually helped slightly. think this paint was actually designed to be thinned down. Like you're supposed to do with your paints. And I never do because I'm a
designed
cretin.
to do the thing you're meant to do with them.
Whoa.
Why?
It's like it's forcing me to do it by not being usable otherwise.
Same.
So George.
Yeah.
You're locked in a room for the rest of your life.
Duck.
You're forced to listen to the entire discography of a band over and over and over again. You have a choice between two.
Meghan Trainor or LMFAO?
LMFAO or Black Eyed Peas?
Ooh. I
can only actually name one Black Eyed Peas song off the top of my head. And actually I can't remember what the song's called. It samples Miserloo.
And they did I Got a Feeling.
Oh, they did. Pump It is the song I'm thinking of.
Pump It, yeah.
Pump It. Louder.
They did Where Is the Love?
Where is my mind? Oh, da 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 da.
Oh, wait, don't diss that song. I love that song.
You are my
But my friend. Oh, I know you know you, man.
My least favorite Naruto intro. My wrist is hurting. Oh, your mum insists that I've got a feeling at your wedding.
I'm vetoing that.
I got a feeling. Ooh. I think you should have specifically me do a cover of I've Got a Feeling at Your Wedding.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Purely from memory as well.
Yeah.
With no instrumentals.
Yep.
Or I do the instrumentals from memory. All of them.
We listened to the song like 5 times because you do one instrumental, and then you start the song again doing another instrumental of a different instrument.
No, I think I just run between the instruments. I love that one of their biggest songs just featured a sample of a different song as the main bulk of the whole song. What other weird artists from that era were there? None of them. I guess they weren't weird. LMFAO were kind of weird. Oh, there was an artist I'm like the only person on earth that ever listened to called Conbro Chill.
I remember the one song you showed me of theirs.
Dance Thief.
Hell yeah.
It was a banger. They're calling him the Dance Thief. He likes to dance. He likes to dance all night. Man, I listened to Conbro Chill, so is it any wonder that I ended up riding a one wheel? Different type of one wheel, but still. I was primed. He likes to dance. He won't stop till he dies. I mean, there's some bands from that era that still drop absolute bangers that I still listen to this day. Like Royal Republic.
Hell yeah.
I can see your underwear from down here. I can see your underwear from down here. I'm not even gonna lie, my brothers, I can't deny. They still drop bangers.
They do.
A+ band. No notes. Although that song does just remind me of that one anime. The Angel one. I can't remember what it was called.
No idea.
For some reason, the dude ended up with like an angel in his service. They had like metal collars on with chains.
Oh. Heaven Lost Property?
Something like that, yeah. That might be it.
It might have been that.
I just remember there being an AMV of that song.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it was that.
I don't remember much about that anime. I don't remember if it was good.
I think I only watched like one episode of it. I remember you and Tom liked it.
Yeah, it was like fan service, the anime.
Oh yeah, but there's loads of anime like that, really.
Yeah. And we were what, like 14?
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, though, you had like High School DxD, which
Banger.
low-key did actually have a good plot. And the fight scenes were actually really good.
It did, but then like I don't know, it got to like the latest season, I think.
Yeah, it did go downhill.
And I watched like 3 episodes and was like, yeah, I physically remember just being like, yeah, I'm not enjoying this show anymore.
It did go downhill for sure. The anime tangent, my favorite kind. I also remember he encounters like his antithesis, like his arch nemesis type thing.
Yeah.
And he like basically claims his power and then never uses it again. It's like it never happened.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they did something in the later season, but
I swear it was just like a non-canon episode that they were just like, tee-hee, never mind. Busto.
we love High School DxD. Do we? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm just saying words that are somewhat related to the conversation.
Just throwing out words in whatever order they come out in the hope that one of them sticks.
On the subject of, so the My Hero manga's ended.
Oh.
And yeah, it certainly ended.
Did it? I haven't kept up with My Hero in a long time. Was it not a good ending then?
So, do you remember what Deku says at the start of every episode?
No.
This is the story of how I became the greatest hero of all time.
Oh. Does he die?
Yeah. No. He just doesn't.
Oh. Damn. But that's the whole premise of the show, is it not?
Exactly! Spoilers for any My Hero fan.
Hold on a second. Do they just like... Sasuke decides that he wants to become the Hokage, but instead of Naruto still managing to do it, Sasuke actually succeeds. Is that basically what My Hero does?
I don't know. I just know that he doesn't do the thing.
Damn. It's really hard to see the yellow in the glaive because of how reflective it is on camera. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna do tiny little highlights of white and then I'll do a matte coat over the top and hopefully before the end of the stream we'll be able to see it. But first, let's add yellow to the boys.
The boys, me and the
boys. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. What's the meme?
Something like that.
She's like Scottish.
She's Australian.
Australian. Wow, the boys. What was that? Wow.
Wow.
That's my Australian accent. G'day, mate. The boys.
Wasn't expecting that. Well.
Wasn't expecting that. What was that meme? She's just like, oh, the boys.
If I remember rightly, it's from the X Factor.
The X Factor?
Yeah, remember that show?
No.
Oh.
I purged it from my memory.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It was for the best. It was one of the fucking talent, the singing one.
Not one of the good ones. Are there any good ones?
Was there a good one?
Now that you mention it. Britain's got no talent. America also has no talent. Australia also apparently has no talent. I think that's what they were all called, right?
Yeah. Especially the Australian one.
That show where if anybody actually had talent, they wouldn't be on the show. Do they have a France Has Talent? That one would be really hard to find anyone to go on it.
I mean, apparently and kind of unsurprisingly, it's all fucking manufactured anyway, so...
Yeah, it is. Hence why they have recurring characters. Hello and welcome to my France Has Talent submission. I will be showing you how quickly I can flip the Prime Minister's car. The timer has been set. And 3, 2, 1. And it has been flipped. Just like that. Timer stopped.
Any percent speedrun.
Right, the yellow has been much easier to add to these plasma burns. So they looking pretty spicy. I wouldn't want to take a bite.
Why not?
Too spicy.
Too spicy.
Did you see the bottles becomes a glass video? No. So we have some plasma burns. Nice. The camera is really not picking them up. I'm definitely going to want to put some matte on them though, because they do be shiny. I mean, they're still wet, but they will still be shiny. Silly matte. The ski ice. Don't think I'm going to need to build that Helldrake, considering it's already 9:30. I don't think I could build the Helldrake in time even if I tried. I just randomly got to a Tom Scar video, La Alien. He's got a baguette, and he's like, "It's a anal probe." And he's like, "That's not fitting up anyone's ass, not with that attitude."
Not with that attitude.
And then at the end, he's like, "Ah, oh, told you it would fit." Does this mean it's the last we will see of Balrog at home? I mean, probably. I'll post them to my Instagram and stuff. But yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna be finished. Finito. I need to be more sparing with the white, I think. That's too much white. The white is showing up a lot better than the yellow was. Maybe I try and go over some of the white with yellow again. Maybe that would work. Me when I. That's a bit better. You can get a slightly better gauge of the colours there. Just some camera settings. When you poop. Call of Poo Poo Modern Doo Doo. How can she slap? Have you seen the How Can She Slap video?
No.
Have you not? Ah, it's a quality classic meme. It's like an Indian TV show, like, what's the fucking Jungle Run and that kind of thing, like that kind of style. And I can't remember what happens, but the female presenter slaps a guy, so he slaps her back, and then like all of the other contestants just like body the dude and put him on the ground, and the whole time he's just screaming, "How can she slap? How can she slap?" How can she slap? A question for the ages. You know what? The white on the glaive doesn't on the scythe doesn't actually look too bad. It's grown on me. I'm gonna need to do another coat on his eyes and mouth though. That sounds very funny. I'll put it on in a sec. How can she slap? Yes, but she made Cheetos. This is Rakdos, Demon Lord of Cheetos. I haven't had such disrespect since Updog.
Father, when I was ransacking your domain, I ran into a peculiar shade named Bophody.
think schoolyard insults is something that Harry Potter was missing, you know, to make it more believable. Like, you're telling me this is a school full of, like, 11 to 18-year-olds and not one of them called Filcher Nonce? I can't immerse myself in this world. Have to let that dry a little bit. The yellow, like, dries, and when it dries, it just disappears. The white has not worked out on the plasma burns quite so well. Bushimi has become microwave. Sweating like a mofo. Oh, I got work tomorrow. Gross. I mean, I don't dislike my work, but it's work, you know?
I
need this guy's face to dry. Dry quicker. Scythe's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I just gotta, like, matte coat it all so that it's less shiny. But I think that looks pretty good. I also need to fix his face. His face is a bit of a mess. But that's still to come. Really trust the process stream. You really did not believe it would look that good at first? No, me neither. Honestly. Now's the comparison though, because you can really, this will really show off the fluorescent paint. You'll really get an idea of how that fluorescent paint, like, that's like night and day, you know? Let's get a better example. This one I thought was really good. Like, that is a substantial difference right there. And I did not expect to see a difference that big. Which, I don't know, maybe I'm going to have to airbrush this dude with the fluorescent paints. I'm really happy with how a lot of these models have turned out, though. Like, just in general, just the battle-worn armor and everything, like... Legit pretty happy with these boys. Maybe I just leave their plasma blasters as white. This guy's got an active one that I haven't coloured yet. It looks frosty. Stay frosty. Do any different ones to show off that didn't have plasma burns, so you didn't see, like this guy. My first attempt at kind of kit bashing and also airbrushing, and it's kind of gone okay. Who saw that coming? I mean, this guy definitely worked out better than they did. Not that they worked out bad, honestly, but this dude's scythe, I'm actually really proud of. I think that went really well. I don't trust that his eyes have dried enough yet. Touch up the white that I got on his lip. Not supposed to be there. But yeah, I still need to fix the white is a bit I'm just waiting for it to dry so that I can sort the mouth out. The eyes I'm going to add a bit of yellow to, which should go around the gap so the middle of it is still white. And then the mouth I'll probably also add a bit of yellow to, but I need to add more white to the mouth first. But yeah, I mean, damn. God damn. I guess while we wait, I could add matte to these boys. Bring down that gloss. I look forward to attempting airbrushing again when I finally paint my Stormcast. Because I'm going to airbrush their wings to make them look like fire. Now, why can she slap? That's valid. How can she slap? I almost forgot. How can she slap? How can she slap? Ah! Keyboard's upside down. Display capture.
But we don't want to talk with you actually. That's
Why don't you go and off then?
You go. How can you slap? How can you slap?
Mad or what?
How can she slap? How can she slap me?
How can you slap?
How can she slap me?
How did you enter?
Oh, it's not the full length one. You can hear him just on the floor going, ah, ah, ah. I want more of it. Give me more.
Why don't you go and off then?
I'll fuck your bitch, bastard! How did you enter? I'll fuck your bitch right now! You fucking bastard! I'll fucking kiss, bastard! How do you accept?
All of the fucking white knights. Like, I can get, you know, breaking up a fight, but they just, like, pile on the guy for retaliating. Where there's so many people. Yeah, like, the whole crew just, like... I'm guessing a lot of them are trying to break up the fight, but it just looks like the entire crew is piling on him. How can she slap? He's going, how can she slap? When she slaps him first. And then another guy goes, how can you slap? And it's like, what? Nats in summer be like, yeah. Honestly, we haven't encountered any today. I don't know why. Big yawn. Big money, big women, big yawns.
Oh yeah.
The Sipsco way.
The Sipsco way.
How can she slap? Look at this pot of cum.
Cum.
Citadel cum.
Where do you come?
Right, now the thing with matte coats is you want a really light coat, and then if it's not enough you do multiple coats, but you don't want a thick coat because the stuff in the matte coat that makes it matte will all sink to the bottom of a thick coat, which basically means that you end up with a gloss coat. Honestly, these guys, I think I'm only going to need one thin coat, and that should be enough. The scythe might need more, because the whole thing's quite shiny. I did quite a lot of yellow. Nathan Drake 6 in How Can She Slap? The lost treasure of How Can She Slap?
How can she slap?
I have no idea what that show actually is. And literally, like, she tells him to fuck off, and he just responds with, like, you fuck off? And she slaps him, so he slaps her back, and then gets piled on. Like, I don't know the full context. I'm sure he said something to deserve being told to fuck off. But I don't know. I have not watched the full clip. I'm a reaction YouTuber. I don't look at context. What do you think this is? A responsible channel? guess that white hadn't dried enough. I have a feeling the white's like struggling to stick to the yellow because I just did some coat over the top and it just took the white off. Yeah, that white is coming straight off. That is not ideal. I guess in future I want to do the yellow, do a matte coat on top of the yellow and then paint on that. The 30 guys come in to do whatever is what's doing it for me. Like, none of you guys are helping. Yeah. How catch his lap? That matte stuff has already made a pretty big difference on how reflective that is, though. Nice. I haven't done this side yet, though. I just have to be really delicate applying it to anywhere there's white, or the white disappears. But, you know, lesson learned. Nothing likes going on top of this yellow, so I do the yellow, then I do a clear coat of matte so that the next coat of paint will stick. Good job I'm not airbrushing with the yellow, though. That sounds like it would be hell. This is random, but something I really want to get at some point is a wet palette. I think I've talked about it on stream before. They just seem really useful. Keep your paints wet for days. Keep them wet. Exactly. Bashimi knows. You unfortunately did some painting in the past. Why is that unfortunate? Did it not go well? I thought the French were artistes. You prefer drawing? I prefer 3D modeling. No, well,
I prefer drawing.
I love Warhammer painting. I think I'm really quite good at it. But when compared to conventional painting and conventional drawing, I prefer 3D modeling. I'm not very good at drawing, but I feel like I'm alright at bringing drawings to life through 3D models. You're more into doing comics, you were obligated to do painting. Wait. You're more into doing comics, you were obligated to do some painting at the time. I'm really not super happy with how the eyes are turning out. I'll try and go over the edges in orange in a minute. I'll get cheese slap. I'll get cheese slap. Alright, so now that these have matted down, how do they look? Yeah, the glows on these boys look really good. I'm very happy with these. The camera is not doing it justice, to be honest. Stream's almost over. I just want to finish the dude's face, but I might have to finish it off stream. We shall see. Depends on how quickly he dries. Looks good enough on cam. I mean, it doesn't look bad on cam, but it actually looks better in person, and normally it's the other way around. But I think it's probably the lighting, because I don't have the best lighting set up for this, really. You're tired? I'm also tired. I still have to do the washing up, and then I've got work tomorrow. Yay. Oh, I really hope I don't have to do one of the big performances tomorrow. So it could be worse. I could be doing it on Saturday. I really hope I'm not doing it on Saturday. Bit better.
Looks pretty good.
Now I just gotta wait for his mouth to dry, so I can put a bit of yellow inside there, and then I'll do the matting of that off camera because I'm not gonna have time for the yellow to dry. can she slap? If this becomes the new, do you think she's dead for me? I will kill you. Yeah. Good luck, Bashimi. Good luck with that. How can she slap? How can she slap? Ah! Do you think it's dead? Oh. That means it's 10 o'clock. That's my do the washing up alarm.
Damn.
Do you remember that song? With the screaming cowboy? I think it was called Big Enough.
Yeah.
You know what? That'll bloody do. One of his eyes still looks a little bit demented, but honestly, he stands like that. Like, the eye's not all that visible, really. I do like that even at this angle, you can see a slight glow coming up across his brow, though. You're now wondering what he would have looked like just in red. What he would have looked like if I painted him like demon red. I can show you because that's how like 99% of people paint him. And I just wasn't about that vibe. The classic demon red's just a bit boring. Like, you know, it's kind of cool, but I prefer how I did it. Oh, you mean in the magenta that's supposed to be red? Ah. Yeah, the glow would have looked a bit deeper, but honestly, the orange makes it look a bit brighter. The red would have looked like a bit more of a lower glow. But, you know, I'm a little bit let down by the red, to be honest, because it is very pink. But I think it made the orange look a bit more red than if I had just done the orange.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm still very happy with the result, to be honest. I think I've done a pretty good job. I think I did a pretty good job on all these midis. I feel like I need to get like a little lineup of the like to finish on. Wow. Amazing. Ooh. Models. Oh, I'm so tired. Right, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you in the next stream and in the next video. Bye!